Shock, confusion.
Candid thoughts after the conviction. Tonight, a view of the Kilpatrick scandal you haven't seen until now.
The key players avoided the cameras outside, but behind closed doors, a documentary crew was rolling as Kwame Kilpatrick's world fell apart.
The interviews are part of the upcoming movie, but 7 Action News investigator Jim Kiertzner has a riveting first look inside the Kilpatrick scandal.
We screened this last week with just a few other people. This is bound to get people talking and thinking.
Motor City scandal.
Behind the Motor City scandal was this raw emotion that has not been revealed until now.
I didn't know what to do, didn't know what to think, didn't know how to feel, didn't know what the next day would bring.
The documentary includes the sex and lies between the mayor and his former chief of staff, both guilty of perjury.
I fell in love with my best friend, and we crossed the line that we shouldn't have crossed.
The father and son producers gained access through the mother of former Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick, who spoke before his federal corruption trial.
Vindication. That's what we seek. Total vindication for Kwame Malik Kilpatrick. We believe that he'll get that.
While that prediction would turn out dead wrong, her son made his own prediction for this documentary. He talks at length about how past black Detroit mayors were vilified. Most remarkable, this was recorded before Detroit's bankruptcy and before any candidates would enter the election 2 years ago for mayor.
The people, the indigenous people of the city of Detroit, are going to be begging for a savior. And that savior is not going to be black. Some of the blackest people in town are going to say, hey, we need a white man.
During a small group screening last week, that got everybody's attention.
It was very prophetic, and I can't wait for the people to see.
Wow. I always saw the story of Kwame Kilpatrick through the media's eyes.
Kwame Kilpatrick would be convicted of racketeering and other corruption charges. His father was at the defense table with him, also on trial and guilty.
The first count, when they said that, I knew that this wasn't going to be a good day. When that first count came down, it was, I was like stunned.
Bernard Kilpatrick was convicted on a lesser charge of filing a false tax return.
It's difficult, I know, talking through a broken heart. Right now, my heart is broken.
Kwame Kilpatrick also spoke in his attorney's office away from the media and the public immediately after the guilty verdicts.
Shock, confusion. Immediately thought about my sons, and my wife, and my mother. Tough, man. But I'm a trust God on this.
He is so strong spiritually and emotionally that he's trying to keep everybody else up. And he's the one looking at 20 to 25 years.
The family had to be very courageous to do it. We didn't even know that we were going to talk to the family members.
After the screening, we talked about accountability and putting it all out there.
And it allows you to see the good, the bad, the sad, the happy.
Can he run for office again?
If he did, I would vote for him.
Recording Kwame Kilpatrick and his father at the worst possible time in their lives, recording Detroit history for the ages. This documentary will debut April the 3rd at the Charles H. Wright Museum in Detroit. Ticket information is on our website, WXYZ.com. Jim Kiertzner, 7 Action News.